Perfect. Good morning. Welcome to Maximizing Impact, creating pathways to prosperity through powerful partnerships. This is part of the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce and the Brevard Prosperity Initiative, which was inspired by the Florida Chamber and the Florida Chamber Foundation. And if you're new, would love for you to say, well, I'd love for everybody to say hi and who you're with in the chat. But if you're new, please go ahead and just say I'm new or first time here. Hi, buddy. Because it looks like we have maybe one new person, maybe two. And so our intention today, let me just get real high level, kind of share who we are. So the Florida Chamber, I think it's been about 8 years, started looking at poverty throughout the state of Florida, and they have developed the Florida Gap Map and to pull together data and stats around the 10 root causes of poverty. And within the 10 root causes, there are 52 in total parameters to kind of dive a little bit deeper. And the exciting part is that we have been working closely, and let me share our mission statement, because we just completed this at our planning retreat. Our mission statement is: the Brevard Prosperity Initiative unites businesses, nonprofits, and community members through collaboration and united action. We enhance and amplify community efforts to positively impact the root causes of poverty. And so we do this by connecting the good. We believe that there's already so many incredible nonprofits, business leaders, and part of what we're doing is just really highlighting and creating a platform for you to come together and really foster those partnerships through collaboration, through awareness, and through meetings like this. So today our agenda is we're going to do real quick introductions, just 1 to 2 minute share. This is really to know who you are and what you're up to, so that we can start making those connections. Give you an update on what's happening in the Brevard Prosperity Initiative, and then go through just a little bit of heartbeat training, because some of it's new, and then we'll get into really the collaborations and hear from you on what you're working on, what you need help. And I love to have this as a working session, because you'll see me. I'll keep sharing the screen on our heartbeat community. What makes us unique is that we have a platform that allows us to continue the collaboration ongoing. And this is our resource portal. This is a place where you can share your events, you can share your ask and wish list, as you might call it. And really, we don't have to wait for a meeting to connect. This allows us to connect 24/7. There's even an app on your phone, and be able to keep things moving. So with that, we'd love to share. And again, I'm going to set up a timer, or if you want to time yourself, because I want to make sure we get through everything, if you can do like 60-second quick introduction. And if you have an intention today, so what an intention might look like is we're looking to promote this event, or we're looking to get to know more of the community. I mean, whatever your intention is, because my goal is, before you leave, if there's something that you came here with, just to make sure that we can help create that awareness and potential partnership to do that. And I want to welcome Corey. We have our new president here. Corey, thank you so much. Do you mind starting and introducing yourself?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. I'm Corey Skates. I am the new president and CEO of the Greater Palm Bay Chamber. Excited to be here. Just quickly, a little bit about me. Moved to Florida in '97 to go to Barry University School of Law in Orlando. I've been married for almost 23 years. Hopefully I make it till next week when my anniversary happens. Got 2 wonderful daughters. One is 20 years old and she's at UCF. That's Ella. And Amelia is a senior in high school at Timber Creek. in East Orange County. I'm still living in East Orange County, so I've got about an hour and 10-minute commute every day, but we'll get down here eventually as soon as we get the second child out of the house and graduated and off to college on her own. So spent the last 3.5 years just up the road at Accelerate Brevard, which used to be the Cocoa Beach Chamber. So some of you are probably aware of that. And my past in the chamber industry, I've been in this world for about 20 years. It'll actually be 20 years next year. I spent 8 years as the CEO of the Greater Oviedo Chamber, which then became the Oviedo Winter Springs Chamber. And then after that, 7 years as the CEO at the Lakeland Chamber. So I've been around the industry a long time, very involved with the Prosperity Initiative when I was in Lakeland. We had some initiatives related to workforce there that we worked on. So I'm very familiar with the Florida Chambers Initiative. So I'm excited that we're doing it here and looking forward to getting involved and being used in however best possible. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Corey. Corey, we do this thing where you get to pick who goes next.
All right. Well, I see Joe next, and I know Joe, so I'll have him go.
All right. And Joe, I'll have the timer up so you can see that go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, great. Good morning, Joe Rowlett, Florida Healthcare Plans, and we're an affiliate to Florida Blue. I do business development and community engagement for the company. Call to action. Right now we are in open enrollment for Medicare at 65 and over, and starting in November we'll have our Affordable Care Act open enrollment. So anyone ACA, individual health plans, those will be available. So Joe Rowlett, Florida Healthcare Plans. Thank you.
Awesome. Wow. 30 seconds. All right, Joe, who's going next?
I'll send it to my friend Mona.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, I'm Mona Hartzell. I am president of the Rockledge Vieira Kiwanis Club, which is a nonprofit. We are looking for all kinds of connections because we're trying to grow our club. Our mission is to put new shoes onto 12 to 1400 students every year, grades K through 3 in the Brevard schools. We actually walk into the schools with the new shoes and fit the kids. This is unique to most organizations who do charitable work. We also partner with other organizations to do various things, also charitable. Ring the Bell for Salvation Army. We did Rise Against Hunger with Grace UMC, did 10,000 packets of food for needy people. We do lots of stuff. We want to grow our club. We need young folks. I need connections. Here I am. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mona. Who would you like to go next?
I don't know who else is out there. Who else is new?
You can pick Marifer.
Okay, then I will.
Perfect. Hi, Mona. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
My
meet
name
you.
is Mary Fair. I work at Florida Tech. I am a program manager here at our Apply Innovation Hub called Vertex. And I'm also very involved with nonprofits around the area. I'll be sharing some of the events coming up with one of them called Reinvented Magazine. We're hosting a space gala this coming weekend, and it's a nonprofit that promotes STEM education for girls in STEM. So very excited to share that event coming up. And as we prepare for the summer next year, I have a program that is meant to be a workforce development program for underserved youth aging out of foster care. So this group has really helped me promote this program so that we can get those young adults interested in manufacturing and electronics. So that's my passion, STEM education, promoting it. So I look forward to keep doing that with this group.
Awesome. Thank you, Marifer. And who do you want to go next?
I'll pick Lisa Matthews. I remember from the retreat.
Thanks, Mary Fur. I am Lisa Matthews. I am in business with my wife. We are licensed financial professionals. The name of our business is Ask Bree and Lisa, LLC. Our main focus right now, we've been helping a lot of individuals protect their money. A lot of people who are looking to are in retirement are looking to protect a lot of their money. We're going ahead and helping a lot of people with that, and also advanced planning. So anybody looking to sell their homes or anybody looking to sell their business or anything like that and just need help on ways that they can protect their money or keep majority of their money without having to bite so much in taxes. That's what we're doing right now. But all in all, I lead with education. So education first, that's my passion, to make sure everybody is taught financial literacy.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. And who do you pick?
Let's go with Raina.
Thanks, Lisa. Hi, everyone. My name is Raina. I'm with Eckerd Connects. We do homeless prevention as well as we have a parenting education program as well. And we also have a in-school substance abuse prevention and homeless prevention. So we do a lot of things here in Brevard County. We serve people all throughout the county. One thing that we are working on, we just actually completed our Laundry of Love event last weekend. It was amazing. We were able to serve over 100 families and provide free laundry services in 4 different locations in Brevard County. Our next mission is actually our Thanksgiving food drive. So we are looking for organizations or companies that would like to host host a donation box or would like to donate gift cards to buy turkeys or anything of that sort. So you can see there the flyer and the list of items that we are hoping for. So if you're looking forward to, please feel free to reach out to me.
All right, and I'll drop the link to that in our in the chat. So this is in the Heartbeat community. So if you're not in the community, we'll need to get you set up, and I'll go through that quickly. But this will give you direct access to what Raina was talking about. Raina, do you mind picking who goes next?
Yeah, let's go with Madeline.
Good morning, everyone. I am from Direct Auto. I'm the local marketing manager. I have the East Coast and Orlando. We're getting back into the community. We're, trying to make sure that we participate in these nonprofits. So I'll be looking into Raina's Thanksgiving. I really want to participate in that. So yes, we're going to be actively in the community. We have several offices around the area. And so I'm just connecting and networking with everyone.
Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. And who would you like to go next? It looks like you might be on your phone. Do you need help?
Yes, please. I don't see
Buddy.
everyone.
Hi, Buddy.
Good morning. How you doing? Buddy Morrow with CITA Rescue Mission, CITA Rescue Mission here in Melbourne, Florida. We have a men's shelter working with homeless and recovery, addiction. We have 52-bed unit. We have our women and children's shelter for domestic violence called Helen's House with 32 beds over there. Been around for 56 years. And I'd ask that y'all to pray with us. We're trying to go through a process right now with the city and getting approval for another 41-bed facility on our downtown property here. And then Thanksgiving Day, we'll be feeding some of the camps, probably about a couple of hundred meals there. And then we have open house feeding for anyone that needs Thanksgiving with a family over at our Helen's House facility on Thanksgiving Day. Thank you.
Wow, you got a lot going on, Buddy. Do you have anybody that can help get some of that into Heartbeat by chance? Do you need help getting some of that into Heartbeat?
Yeah, I'll get it put in today. I haven't.
Okay.
I'm a guy that doesn't text a lot, so I'm going to have them start doing that for me. Okay.
Okay, great. Just
thank you.
Yes, be a volunteer that we asked for, right? Like I've got a lot going on. I need help. Thank you for being here. And Buddy, who would you like to go next? Looks like we have Lily and Stephanie, I think, are the last ones. Open, you're muted. I'll pick Lily for you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lily. I'm with a nonprofit called Complementary Contraception. We support voluntary family planning. That means if somebody's low income, needs help paying for contraceptives, we would like them to apply. And when it's approved, we reimburse the cost of the contraceptive. Pretty much in a nutshell is that we are trying to prevent unintended pregnancies. And one of the things, I love coming to these meetings. one of the things that I'm like trying to research right now is how to get into period poverty. I'm trying to find resources to help me stock up on supplies so that we can help the local community end period poverty. So if anybody's interested in that, please feel free to contact me.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
And so just want to highlight real quick, Lily, I know you're active in Heartbeat, but if you can go under the ask and wish list here, and please post what it is that you're looking for, so that the community can also, you know, be on. Because I think, how many members do we have in here now? Let's see here, 66 members and growing. So thank you for being here.
All right, I'll give that a whirl.
Okay, thank you. And if you need help, please reach out.
Okay.
And Stephanie, before Stephanie goes, I'm just going to highlight one of her gifts. I love our leadership. One of the things that makes us unique is that we are we're into shared leadership. And so if there's something here that you feel inspired, or a gift or a talent that you have that you want to contribute or share or lead, please let us know. We do not take on particular projects. Again, as I mentioned, our goal is to connect the good. And so one of the things that Stephanie did, if you go in here under documents, is she created so many tools for career and workforce development. So there's lots of business resources, both from the business side, there's free online training, and we're just so grateful, Stephanie, for you being here and your contribution to this segment of the root cause.
You are so welcome, and I will put more on there, I promise, one of these days soon. I'm Stephanie Robinson, Career Source Brevard Flagler Volusia. I am a business liaison and apprenticeship navigator, and I just figured out a new need today, which is really cool. We need work sites for our youth work experience, 100% paid. It's for individuals, usually individuals with disabilities that are having trouble finding full-time employment. We kind of where you buy. So we have the work experience work sites. And then of course, we would love for employers to step up for full-time OJT as well. But I do workforce development and STEM education awareness, and I bring employers to the table with industry to the table with training providers and community partners. So that's what I do.
Beautiful. Thank you, Stephanie. And you can also post that in the ask and wish list.
Yes. So I literally thought about it like at the beginning of this call. I was like, oh,
I know, isn't it great when we get together? It's like this collective mind goes, oh, what about this? And Stephanie, just for we want to remember when we post things to explain what does worksite mean, right? And same thing with like period poverty. Lily, make sure that you explain the definitions, because some people may, you know, I was like, okay, wait, tell me more so I understand that fully. So just act like we're all just, I always say my sixth grader, act like you're talking to my sixth grader, and how would you explain it to him when you post it? Thank you so much. All right, and it looks like Beverly joined us, and I think that's everybody. If not, please chime in, but Beverly?
Yes, good morning. Sorry I was a bit late.
So we're just doing 1 minute intros real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you have any intentions or desires for today. So
good morning, everyone. I'm Beverly Squire Wiggins. I'm with the Wholeness to Freedom Ministries, which is an umbrella organization for the program that I oversee, which is the Still Waters program, which is a program for women right now who have experienced trauma, hurt, and they're basically stuck, and they're looking to transform their lives so that they can be whole and live free again, with sustainable living through accommodation, education, work, training. So that's Beverly, me, with Wholeness to Freedom Ministries, Still Waters. Thank you.
Thank you, Beverly, for being here. Okay, perfect. And let me set my timer. Hopefully I'll talk less. Shannon Procyse with the Business Acceleration Network. I help heart-centered entrepreneurs and organizations create an impact, create a movement, and really love showing you how to build community and create raving fans. Also, we have the Tomorrow's Leaders Today program, where we sponsor young entrepreneurs age 8 to 26 to sit at the roundtables with our business owners here in the community to help them grow a business idea, get a career, raise capital. And so we are always looking for young entrepreneurs that, and again, I say young entrepreneurs, we've had individuals come just looking for a job, just young individuals that would need support from the business community. Perfect. And my intention today is to inspire you to really tap into this powerful tools that we have created and have a deeper understanding of how to foster these partnerships. And so one of the things, I'm going to highlight a couple of updates here. So we just had our year-end retreat, and I'm so thankful, Stephanie, Marifer, Joe, everybody that participated. This was really powerful. This was the opportunity to look at where are our gaps that we want to grow, and we got some incredible feedback. And so if you are interested in being in our working leadership meetings, those are the first Thursday of the month. Please, you want to check Heartbeat or the Chamber to see whether it's on Zoom or in person. And so I know that this next one, we will have the outline of kind of what we went through with the retreat so that we get geared up so that January 1st, we're kind of hitting our mark. And just to highlight real quickly, our model is we take the 10 root causes and we bring in experts, and again, connecting the good to what's already happening in the community. So I'm just going to highlight this really quick as our calendar because, if there's a piece in here where you see, you know what, hey, I know somebody, or have we considered this topic? Again, this shared leadership is really powerful because all of you are connected to potentially hundreds of people, and you see things in the community that we may not. And so last year, it's really fascinating. We got through almost all of them, but we realized that it takes us to July to get through the root causes. We also do a mastermind roundtable discussion. This is where we do not have a panel discussion. We use our Networker app. And you get to rotate tables and really start sharing what are the problems, what are our goals, and that's where we see some great collaborations happening. And then just to highlight, December is a special event. This is our year-end. November 14th is our next one. This is our childcare panel discussion. We've got 3 panelists. Darby, who is with oh my goodness, I'm not remembering what she's with. I'll get that in a moment. Early Learning Coalition, I believe. And we also have Pineapple Cove. We've got some great individuals. And so we look at the stats of what's happening in Brevard County, and then they're boots on the ground that really tell us what's going on. So December 12th is a special event. This is our year-end update and celebration. And so we have Christina Donahue, who's the director of the Florida Chamber Foundation, who will be coming and speaking. We also have some recognition that we're doing. So be sure to mark your calendar. We're usually at Wings of Grace, but this one we are at the Palms on University Boulevard. And all of the events, even if you're in Heartbeat, you want to remember that you have to register at the Chamber website on their event page. So please register. That helps with the check-in and all of that ahead of time. But this is going to be a great event. Make sure that you mark your calendars and come. So if you are just getting started or you want to be an advocate and help us grow, we use this landing page on the Chamber website to share the initiative. And this will also give you direct access to the gap map. for Brevard County. You can dive a little bit deeper to get to know, like, what is this? What does this mean? And how does this work? And our community portal has been brought to you by sponsors, so you do not have to pay. And this, you don't need to be a chamber member. However, we love our chamber members and we spotlight them also. But to participate in this, you want to click here to create a profile. Then this is the link that reminds you of our monthly meetings, our gatherings. They're hybrid meetings. So if you can't come in person, you can also watch it on Zoom through Heartbeat, or you can also go back and watch the replays, which is really great. You can even get a replay from today. Once you've set up the registration, you can go ahead and download the app. And the app's pretty cool because you can leave voice messages, you can leave private stuff. It's really cool. And if for some reason you lost how do you log in, I'm already a member, you want to click here to log in. But the key point when you go to set up your profile is currently we identify people with one of these 5 sectors. Are you a nonprofit, business leader? We have some individuals that have been retired and just, doing give back, school, government agency. So identify which one you're in. And as we grow, one of the things that was really important in Heartbeat was we kept it very general because we want to foster engagement and connections. But as we grow, you'll start seeing, okay, who is into justice, who is into safety, and be able to start. I know these are happening organically within the community, but this will be identified in Heartbeat. So in Heartbeat, you do have to use a headshot. That's really important. And if you don't, you'll be getting private messages and telling you to do that. You can set up your social media, website. So we encourage you to do that. And if you're not sure how, like I see Katrina's in here, you can go to your image, hit account settings, and that's where you can update and make sure that you have your latest information. And so I like to invite people to check out, and I'll drop the link in the chat, this symbiotic network training and ecosystem build out. We are doing this, and again, this has been, the Florida Chamber is aware of this. We are doing this county-wide. So if you dive into the Florida Chamber, you'll see that they do the zip codes, and their rollout is a little different. And again, if you're passionate about a zip code, we want to know, we want to help make sure you're connected. But we bring people together around the model of shared values, and again, focused on connecting the good. And so in here, this is a training with an individual where they have taken over 500 communities and made them self-sustainable completely off the government. And this is a beautiful model that starts out with asset mapping and bringing together leaders and bringing together, assets of like who's already doing stuff and how do we connect them. So I'll drop this in, and I really invite you to become familiar with this. And I know, Lisa, I know you were one of the first people when you came in and started here. Any thoughts, comments on this particular training before I go to the next piece?
It was a really good training. It gave me a good idea about, just the point of all of this in Brevard Prosperity and what their intention is. I think it's a really, really cool training to go through. I got a lot of value. I took some notes. I got really pumped up and fired up and passionate, even more passionate about what Brevard Prosperity does just by going through that training. So I just recommend everybody just kind of watching that.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, and as you go through it, we are talking about a food network, but the same principle, just kind of look at it as like, what's the system that they're following? And the same principle applies. So as you get in here, once going through that Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce.com /prosperity. Hold on, let me drop that in the chat because I know we have some new people here. Once you get in there, it will ask you a few questions, and you can go back and edit it. So you find your your image. There'll be an edit option for you. Let's say I wanted everybody to check out Corey, and hopefully you guys will come in here and welcome Corey. Thank you, Meredith, for doing that. You just hit permalink, and that way you can share it with other people, whether there's a post or an article or something that you want to stand out, you're able to do that. And I kind of have this, I have a couple of asks. One is this is kind of like we're inviting people into our home. And so we do have some moderators, and if you're interested in being a moderator, and I know some of this is shifting in 2026, but the moderators are individuals that are here kind of helping with the community, helping with engagement. Please let us know. We're looking for people that kind of like, you know, hey, I want to donate a month, just spending 15 to 30 minutes a week kind of helping this piece grow. But as even if you're not a moderator, everybody loves a warm welcome, right? When you come into somebody's house, isn't it nice to get a big hug? So when people come in, I encourage you to welcome them. And it's really important to tag them. They will not see it unless you do the @ sign and their name. So just remember to anytime you're doing a post or you're sharing, please do that @ sign and share there. And so as I shared earlier, here's our ask and wish list. You're able to cut and paste images. Oh, look, Meredith, I saw how you tagged. So she tagged all the nonprofits. That's awesome, letting all of them know. And you'll find in here that there's some really cool stuff that's going on. And so much like social media, it's great to let people know that you saw it, right? Or for me, I use it as my own tracker, kind of like, okay, did I read this? Let me go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Community events. So we do invite you to share your community events. And currently I try to go through once a month and just link them and send it out as an announcement. But you don't have to wait. Sorry, I hope you don't have to wait to be able to see it. Here it is. You know, you can come through and just click on, okay, what's going on? You know, what's coming up in the community. Let me pause real quick and just see if there's any questions so far. And I'm almost done, and then we'll start collaborating. Any questions, comments? Okay. Let me just make sure I'm on task here. How to get involved, find a project. And okay, a couple things. I do encourage, you know, part of this with the bringing the business owners together is finding a project or a cause that you want to support, finding more than one that you want to support. Is there somewhere that you want to volunteer? Is there somewhere that you want to give back? And so as a business, it's really powerful to also in our marketing to be able to say, you know, we have Lisa Soloway in here, and I love her story of she gives a percentage of all of her house sales to Ways for Life. So, you know, really check into the projects, get to know them. If there's someone that you can support, then that's really, you know, some of the magic that we get to create together. And then my favorite part is celebrations. And so celebrations is how we, first off, it's kind of marketing yourself, right? It's kind of like, hey, this is what we're up to. Also, it is a great opportunity to let, you know, Corey's our new president. And at the end of the year, we want him to know, hey, this is working. This is worth it. We're seeing some impact, so there's no celebration too small that's there, and so love to have you contribute to that. And then last but not least, if you do get involved in some of the leadership roles, you know, we do have separate, you know, like if you're on the event crew, moderator crew, if you're helping with our asset mapping, then we do have some private ones that would not show up on your board, but you will be invited in. And we have a matchup. Who else doing the matchup? Lisa, you're doing it? Anybody else doing the matchup? Okay. Matchup is a really cool tool, and you get to set it yourself, but you do have to go set it up. This matches you up with people in the community, and it sends your bios, and it suggests a quick 20-minute call. You can do it weekly, bi-monthly, monthly, or not at all. And if you haven't set that up yet, it's really cool. Please don't set it up unless you're going to do it, because nothing's more frustrating than we're excited about meeting people and they're not responding to emails and we can't get with them. And I know we're all busy, but that's a really cool tool. And I've heard some magic happen from the matchup. Perfect. So I think I'm done, unless there's any questions, and then we'll just start our last 25 minutes on diving in and hearing how we can support each other. And again, I'll kind of interject and add things into Heartbeat and best be able to use that. Stephanie, do you mind if I pick on you a little bit just to talk a little more about the work, what that means?
I'm
what
sorry,
you're looking for?
documents? Oh,
Yeah,
my work, the work experience. Okay. So what I'm looking for at CareerSource, you mean?
Yeah, because you said that you're looking for workspaces and there's this program, because I think that works with both nonprofits too, if they're looking to hire and bring something in, correct? That's kind of universal?
Absolutely. So we have different versions of our work-based training, and one of them is a work experience, and it's typically for youth, but not only for youth. And by youth, we constitute ages 16 to 24. And a work experience is where we pay 100% of the wages, up to about 300 hours. They get hired by a staffing agency, and the staffing agency pays them directly. So you are literally a work site. You're a work site and they're working for you doing your work, but they get paid by us. And they're employees of the staffing agency. So it can be a nonprofit or a for-profit organization, as long as the work is relevant and the state approves it and everything. And then the other one that we prefer.
Can you pause just 1 minute? Because I'm posting for you right now, and I just want to make sure. So I'm tagging you, and I said you're looking for nonprofits and for-profits to offer work experience. How would you want me to say that?
Offer to provide, I would say, work experience opportunities at no cost to you.
Okay.
And they're usually about 300 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, part-time. If you do it full-time, then obviously they're just there for a shorter amount of time. So you're welcome to, but and yeah, looking for nonprofits and for-profits to provide work experience opportunities at no cost to you. Yeah, I mean, that's simple enough. And the other thing is full-time jobs, full-time opportunities where we would reimburse 50% of that person's wage for the first, I am not supposed to say exactly how long. There's, a cap, and it's based on all of this stuff. It winds up being roughly 800 or 500 to 800 hours or so, depending on the wage, and we can reimburse 50%. So we would really love some businesses that are willing to hire this person who needs a little bit of extra guidance and training. It is a full-time permanent position. Of course, if they don't work out, you're not held to anything, but that would be great to get some of those as well.
Okay, so Stephanie, just help me out here. So I just added full-time opportunities. So I'm going to list this as number 1. Number 2, I'll remove the and. Sorry, is there anything else along this? Opportunities? Is there certain jobs types or
reimburse 50% of their pay? So for the on-the-job training, it does have to be on our targeted occupations list, but honestly, everything is usually a ladder or on the targeted occupations list. It's very hard to find a job that's not eligible for it. So on the targeted occupations list, which is like in demand, and it has to pay minimum wage or more, of course, and all of that stuff. But
okay. Okay, so just so you know, if somebody's interested in this, obviously you can tag right here, just go Stephanie at Stephanie. Okay, or you can private message her. So up here and on the app, it's a little different. You have the ability to private message anybody. You can also do a group. So let's say, Buddy, you want to get all the housing and homeless people together in a group. You can go in there and tag multiple people around specific initiatives. So this is really a powerful tool for collaboration. Anybody have any?
It is actually perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great. Anybody have any questions, comments with Stephanie? I'll put this here if people want to. Let me get the permalink, drop that in. Anybody else have something they want to share around the 10 root causes or support? Stephanie, that is like ecosystem building stuff. Thank you so much for, oh my goodness.
Only took me like how many months to actually think to ask you all for it, but thank you for the opportunity. It's only my job, you know.
You do amazing at your job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Shannon, if I can just add, last week I sat in on the North Brevard. I forget their official name, but it's kind of North Brevard's version of our group. And it was a good meeting. The difference there is led by Parish Medical. So it really does center around more, I would say, a lot of behavioral health, a lot of adult care, as opposed to they I don't think their goal is the root causes like ours are, like our group is. They're a little more going after the immediate need than trying to find a long-term solution. I think that's where our strength is. One thing I thought they did pretty well was boots on the ground. They broke up into teams and they actually walked. They each had a neighborhood that they walked through and hit different businesses. Say, hey, would you like to come join our group? And they kind of went to the churches, the non-for-profits, and it kind of helped build their group up a little bit, kind of like a walking advocacy, and kind of drum up some more business. But two different groups, two parts of the county, North Brevard versus South Brevard, and I kind of like ours, where our focus is those 10 root causes, more than just focusing on just the medical and the more of the adult senior care, really. So
thank you for bringing that up. I'm just going to give everybody an update on what they call asset mapping, because that's really,
yeah.
And thank you, Joe, for bringing that up. So asset mapping is one of the key things that when we started the initiative, is just finding out who's out here doing what they're doing. And so Parish Medical has been doing that for a while. Crew, I think it's 922, has also been doing it. And they've started one in Melbourne. Their asset mapping gathering is on November the 7th. From 9:30 to 11 at Wings of Grace. And I was going to get with Christy to get that posted, but it is great because they do bring you in to have the conversations, but they are putting everybody into Simpara. And Simpara is a app that, again, the individuals that are service providers are able to kind of see and communicate the assets. A little different than Care Portal. How many of you are on the Care Portal? Is there anybody here on the Care Portal? Okay. Well, we have him as one of our guest speakers coming up on a panel, because the Care Portal is pretty powerful too for connecting things immediately. So we are looking for, again, Beverly, thank you for sharing that. We are focused on the whole county, and what's so great is we are working with everybody that's doing the asset mapping and boots on the ground in the zip codes. So please, thank you, Joe, for bringing that up. We are looking for somebody in Palm Bay to do to kind of take that on, and it is a little bit of a job because you're pulling people together. And again, you can use Brevard Prosperity Initiative, keep people in there, but we are looking for somebody to asset map, and there is a manual in place on how to get that started, and then you do a monthly gathering, much like they are. So Joe, thank you so much. That was probably right up your alley with Parish, though, since you are in health and wellness.
Yeah,
right?
Parish is a good partner. for us. We use Parish in the north part, and then down here Orlando Health and Health First. Mhm.
Awesome. Again, so the Melbourne asset mapping is, and you do need to, it's on Loving. I'll get this in the Heartbeat community so that you can be a part of that. So thank you, Joe, so much. And Joe, I know, aren't you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen in Heartbeat, I've been really trying to identify grants, because the other thing that I think can make us really unique is this whole resource sharing on where's money, right? Where can we apply? Where can we do things? So Joe, I'm so grateful. You kind of inspired that over a year ago, where you're like, okay, here's where we're awarding some money. Is it anything, is that open right now?
Yeah,
Application?
so I think from what I understand with Florida Blue, it kind of goes into two different categories. One is the Sapphire Awards, and that's actually there's a Sapphire conference, and it's in Orlando every year. If you can make the 2-day Sapphire conference, that's really great. But then in the middle of the night, or the night in between the 2 days, they give out the awards, which are basically grants, anywhere from 25,000 to 100,000. And then there is an ongoing grant process with Florida Blue that's all year long. That if you miss the Sapphires, you can jump in on the other grant, and I'm not sure the dates of those, but from what I understand, they're kind of continuous, and you can jump in. So, Family Promise, Children's Hunger Project. We've done the Parkinson's of the Space Coast Parkinson's group. So there's been some Brevard County awardees, but you're competing with the state of Florida, so it's pretty competitive.
Awesome. Yeah. So this is under nonprofit organizations. So here's one from Community Foundation of Florida. Here's another grant opportunity here. So if you haven't checked these out and you guys are looking for grants, thank you, Joe, for inspiring that. All right. Anybody else want to share? Okay, we got a few more minutes. Anybody want to share any oh, I heard a little peep.
Yeah,
Maybe?
peep, peep. Uh, uh, may I share just for a moment I'm from Rockledge, Vieira, Kiwanis. We have been putting new shoes on needy school kids for, well, exclusively since 1978, with a businessman named Nestor Brevard Nestor Hebert throughout Brevard for about 4 years or so ahead of that. And Nestor Hebert actually started that initiative in 1947. So what has been happening, of course, you all are doing long-term solutions, and it seems as though this has been a long-term program to put new shoes on school kids who can't have new shoes any other way. And so what I'm always looking for, because the need has become not less, but more, and the cost of shoes has become more, not less, is that I'm always looking for donations of new shoes, kid sizes, say 13 to about 4. I'm looking for monetary donations to buy more shoes. We put on a golf tournament. We collected used shoes and sold them to a recycler to attain some extra money. But I'm always looking for partners to help us acquire the shoes. And I'm also always looking for volunteers to come into the schools with us and put the shoes on the kids. And I must say, once you meet those kids and put a brand new pair of shoes and socks on them and see their faces, you're hooked. And so I'm going to post our next shoe fittings. We're also looking for monetary donations at the Space Coast Arts Festival, which is the 8th and 9th over in Vieira. Probably some of you will be there stumping for your own causes, but we'll be there collecting monetary donations. And I'll take new shoes. If anybody brings me a brand new pair of shoes to put on a kid, I will be more than happy to take them. Because again, we're constantly we're anticipating about 1,400 pairs of shoes being put on kids this year in 12 different schools. So I haven't got all the schools scheduled, but we're going to Rockledge Christian tomorrow. And they're little bitty kids, and they're about as cute as they can be. And like I said, you take a pair of holy, stinky, too small shoes off a kid and put a pair that's brand new on, and you've made their day, and they make yours.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, as you get into the community, a couple things is the ask and wish list. So much like you saw where I did with
Yes.
Stephanie's 1, 2, like there's a multiple ask. Then the community events. And so just to show you a couple of tools in here is when you, you got to pretend, you got to put on your marketing hat. And so you have to remember to put the who, what, where, when, why. Right? Who, what, where, when, why. And if you want to highlight something, you just highlight it and you can make it a heading, you can bold it, you can hyperlink it. So you can drop in so that they can get that right away. So yeah, this is one of the things that's so great about this is like we're all here with the same shared value of supporting initiatives like this. So yeah, I see you please posting in the community events and the ask and wish list when you get in there.
Will do.
Thank you so much. All right. We have a few more minutes. Anybody else want to share?
Hey, Sharon, what was the date of that asset meeting with Christy?
The date of the asset mapping, just one moment, is November the 7th.
And I think you said Wings of Grace. I believe that's
Wings
being
of Grace.
held.
Oh, and it's 9:30 to 11:30.
Yeah, I believe that's being held at Helen's house, but I'll get that corrected.
Oh, okay. So we
Yeah.
think we moved it. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had on my calendar as that. So thank you.
And thank you for cutting everything back to like 6th grade level, so I understand the app a little bit better. I can work it now.
Good. And that's kind of why we keep doing this, is to show new people, but just also to, it takes a little while. It's kind of like learning a new tool, but once you get in there, it's pretty powerful. And once we get to, our goal and what we went through with the planning is getting to 200 members. And I'm telling you, there is magic when we build a community and there's 200 people with a shared vision of supporting each other. And that's where we can start going, okay, who's passionate about workforce? Who's passionate about housing? It's, you guys are kind of even though we've been doing this for a couple of years, you're at the grassroots of helping us grow. So thank you, buddy. And in our asset mapping, so we are also doing asset mapping, but we're doing it on a different scale, and we're asset mapping who is in our community. And just to do a little quick show and tell, and again, if you're stepping in as a leader in our asset mapping, we have lists of who they are that we're working with, but also we want to identify even deeper what their tags are. And this could take us a year, this could take us 2 years, but what we found is, like, I talked to Stephanie, and every time we come up with new tags, right? It's like, it's one thing to have the 10 root causes, but what I found about the incredible organizations here is that you offer so much more, right? And so to be able to get down to those little details of what they offer. And so we're probably going to have an asset mapping party at my house sometime before the end of the year. We'll come together, and we did some of this at the retreat. Thank you, everybody that stepped in to do that. But we are working with Christy and with Tara and that to do the asset mapping. But we, again, when you watch that symbiotic network, you'll kind of see how the system is, where we're diving a little bit deeper. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Marifer, did you want to share anything?
Yeah, I posted it already, so I wanted
You
to share.
did? Oh,
Yeah, about the event coming up this week, and as new things come up, I'll post it more, I promise.
no, it's okay. So, can you give a voice to this, just so we
Yes.
can? Yeah,
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
this is a celebration for women in STEM. It takes place every year at the Kennedy Space Center Rocket Garden. So it's a really cool fundraiser to keep doing the programs for Reinvented Magazine, which includes activities at maker fairs or STEM fairs, I don't know if some of you have seen at the Palm Bay Maker Fair, for example, earlier this year, we were there as princesses with power tools. So you can learn more about it. I dropped the links and everything for the information about this event. So just wanted to
Awesome.
share that. It's coming up this weekend.
And I dropped it in the chat too.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay, let's see who else is here. Oh, all right. Anybody else want to share anything before we sign off? Okay, I have a couple asks. Wait, did I hear another peep? Okay, so we are looking for ambassadors to help share what we're doing. And so I'm going to drop in our LinkedIn event. Whether you share the chamber website, the link, or you share the LinkedIn event, I have a pretty cool power tool that I use on LinkedIn. Have you guys heard of Most Trusted on LinkedIn? Basically, if you have an event, it's a little app that plugs into your toolbar, and I can go in and say, I want everybody in Palm Bay, and I click a button, and it checks everybody for me, and I just have to review it. So it can check up to 1,000 people a week. It's kind of a cool little power tool, but would love help spreading the word. Also, we are looking for somebody to help with graphic design. Christy Petty came in and contributed for quite a long time. So we already have designs, but as you know, every month we have different panel discussions. And I did pull up who is going to be this month. So we would love, if anybody loves design, wants to be a part of the team. This month we have Elena Little with Club Esteem as our panel host. We have Darby with the Early Learning Coalition. We have Becky Nagel. No, I'm sorry, Lisa Wheeler, the principal of Pineapple Cove. And as you know, they're dealing with all school ages, some incredible stats. And then we also have Bosses for Babies, and they're driving it from Miami, and they work with the Florida Foundation. So helping get childcare in the workplace is pretty cool. So looking for graphic design artists, also looking for moderators, advocates, leaders. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know or let us know.
Shannon, is that event on LinkedIn to be able to share with the public that's not in our Heartbeat group?
Yes. So I also dropped in, you're talking about the next event?
Yes.
Okay, so I did drop in, it says register. Let me drop it again for
I see it.
November 14th.
I'm sorry. I got you.
No, that's okay. That's another great way to share. And then just remember, all of you, please register ahead of time. It helps with our check-in and all of that. And awesome. I'm just going to give a little update also with Wings of Grace. 1 minute. We are, Dwight Bell talked about a law that needs to be passed in the state of Florida that's in 4 other states. So there's some pretty cool stuff to look at legislation to be able to work with some of the foster care and aging out of foster care and the housing. So he'll be putting some of that in, and hopefully you can be a part of, shaking the bushes on, hey, we need this law, and how this will help. Also working with Ways for Life on that. Awesome. Joe, any final remarks?
No, I mean, if I didn't say it, I enjoyed the retreat that we had that you hosted. So thank you so much. And I know Lisa put in the comments how what a great time it was, and I think it was a great retreat. So yeah, much better than I anticipated. Put it that way. Yeah. So I wasn't sure what to expect, to be honest with you, and it was really nice. So thank you.
Thank you. We got a lot of stuff done.
We did.
Just checking in. Anybody else have any? Marifer, are you good? Yep. Okay. Rihanna? Corey?
Just excited to be here and be able to work with everybody. And thank you all for stepping up and being a part of this. I really appreciate it.
All right. Is it Madalena? Did I say that right?
Yes, Madeline.
Madeline, okay.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Beverly, you're good? Okay, great. The replay, you can always go to the events and see any replays. Just hit the past event. And if you ever want to go back to anything, panel discussions or anything like that, that's all there. So thank you so much.